Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza at the Healing Studio. Thanks for joining me today. You guys are coming in from a couple different sources as usual, Facebook and YouTube. Those of you who come in on YouTube oftentimes can make it to the top of the list because it lets you comment earlier. But just know your list may look different than my list. So I'm coming. We're gonna do one-on-one readings after we do our weekly check-in. A couple of announcements first. So this is how you participate. You type "me please" in the cards. We'll get you a card for the week. Okay. No like specific questions. It's just, and this is just, to give you some insight, and you can take responsibility for the information you get and what you do with it. Couple of things. Let's see. We've got a drum circle Friday. Happy Halloween to those of you who are involved in that. We have a drum circle on Friday. We have sound baths, group healings. We're coming up on the end of the year intentions and affirmations class that we do for 2024, if you can believe that. We have the energy awareness part 1, which is now turned into self-healing 101, coming up in early January or mid-January. That's probably the only time it's going to be offered in 2024. Besides, there is a Learn It Live virtual option, but that one is a hybrid, meaning there'll be people here live and there'll be people online. All right, now I have to, the stone I'm using today, I have to pronounce it over and over before I came on. It's Dumertierite, and this is really good for basically sharpening your mind, your memory, your ability to learn. It's a really good, basically, it's good, really good for college students or people who are studying higher things to keep themselves on track. So this week I'm going to use that to keep me on track. And then I am also using Amanda Ellis's Sunrise New Dawn Spray. Okay, a lot of times this goes hand in hand with the Midnight it's Dark and the Light spray. You can use them together, but today we're just going to use it to kind of lighten things up, open the energies up a little bit more. Okay, we're using the Yantra deck to do our weekly cards, and then we are going to use the Energy of Oracle cards today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to put the "me please" thing back up while I do this. All right. Okay. Okay, for the week. Hey, nice. All right, be surrendered. Take the dark and the light. That's probably why I've got the sunrise spray going on, because the midnight indigo and the sunrise together are kind of like the yin and the yang. So good. Just surrender. The world is going to be crazy. It has been. Our next card just fell on the floor. So, Courage upside down. So this is our helper card. Okay. Now, what this is challenging you to do this week is look at your own limitations, the things you tell yourself, the way that you filter information into your system, just really giving yourself an opportunity to notice that you are maybe the one who could use some courage to face yourself. Okay. Towards the end of the week. Okay. This is a lack of, non-resistance upside down for me in this deck always means that you're beating up on yourself. Okay, so beating up on yourself. So we start off peaceful and then we war against ourselves. Okay, so just notice that habit and that tendency this week. This is kind of like the forecast, right? So it's like it's going to snow. Do you want to wear a coat? It's going to be a week where you could get on your own case, and I encourage you to be careful about that. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And that 1, 2, 3 is going to be the start of your card reading. And if you're watching this later, now I will encourage you guys to stay on even if you get a card, because there are lots of card information that comes out that just kind of is repetitive and they start to say the same thing over and over. That's on purpose. The guides want you to hear the messages of each other too. That's what makes guides group so fun. Okay. So here we go. First card, just kind of tune in. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so which card is yours for the week? 1, 2, or 3? If you picked 1, you're going to, so we're building on the surrender card and getting on your own case. Okay, if you picked 1, you're going to be working with financial constraints this week. Okay, so just be aware this cabinet is bare. It has been for a while, obviously. Maybe getting on your own case about how you're handling money, that kind of thing. would be, there's really some good resources around changing your relationship with the energy of money. Let me know if you need suggestions, but it's, sometimes it's just a perception problem or a family of origin problem. Okay, if you have two, you got door to romance. Okay, so that could be a new romance, or it could be just an opportunity to romance yourself. But this is a good week for you to focus on unlocking your own heart. If you've got three, you got fourth chakra archangel Raphael. So opening your heart up, using the big heart energies, big angelic energies this week. If you got three, this is a big heart opening week for you. Okay. All right, let's get going. I'm going to call out the end of the list just so you guys know I'm coming, but I'm not going to be there for a bit. So Ashley, Joe, Sarah, Kay, Charlie, hi, you guys, coming. But I'm going to start at the top. Okay, at the top, Taryn made it to the top today. And Taryn, your focus is patience. Okay, this week, see the little time is going by, but be patient with your own heart, be patient with your own energy fields. This week is a good week for you to, if you're getting on your own case, be patient with yourself, okay? All right, so you see your focus this week is on your broken heart, okay? Things that have broken your heart. This would be a good week to go back and kind of see where you've taken responsibility or maybe over responsibility for things, and see where you can kind of work on healing that a bit, okay? Rob, you got victory. Dun, dun, dun. So your week is coming to fruition of some sort. So how could get on your own case with that? I suppose it can be have imposter syndrome or feel like we maybe can't keep it up. But this week is a good week for victory. So celebrate everything you can, every little success. Okay, that will keep the momentum going. Nicole, your cards are like jumping out at me. Oh my goodness, they fell all over the floor. Okay. You got 1 and 2 here cards. This was already showing up. Financial constraints and door to romance. And they might be in conflict with each other. You might be feeling a little bit like you can't sort either one of those areas out, and they might be linked. Okay. So just go in and kind of see how you love yourself, how you let yourself be loved, and then how money gets in the way or gets involved in ways that aren't super helpful. Okay. Seth, you're going to focus on angel of love. Okay. What this card is saying is that this is just the angel of love does not have any financial motivations, no material motivations, doesn't really have anything but love for absolutely everything. So just kind of work on seeing where you can love everything. All right, Mountain River. My goodness, your post on the mice in the washing machine. Okay, here you go. You got like which direction? All tied up. Okay, now this is if you got that kind of own the way you pair it with what the other messages have been, you might be tying yourself up, you might be tying your mind up. There might be some things that you could work on softening in regards to what you get and let get consuming you. Okay. All right, Tiff. Time for action for you this week, okay? So taking some leaps, getting going. There's the yin and the yang, the black and the white there too. So, kind of figuring out what needs to be trimmed away at the same time as what could be brought in. You've been getting that message a bit lately. I think it's a good time for you to also keep remembering that they're asking you to trim some things back so that you have room for the next thing. Okay, Miranda, you got man holding heart. Okay, so this week, read a romance novel. No, but really kind of thinking about who holds your heart. And this doesn't have to be romance, by the way. This can be thinking really about how you are tuning into just receiving masculine affection, and how it can rule you in good ways and bad ways. And think about kind of that self-talk too, okay? Diane, you got third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Okay. So big angel energy, boundaries, making your mind up, being decisive. This card reminds you to really set healthy boundaries. Astrid, Here's yours. You're on a journey. You got your bags. You got many signs of which direction to go. This week, it's kind of like deciding what next on your journey. Okay, so focus on that it is a journey. There's not really necessarily an end point. Okay. All right, Lisa, for you, focus this week on man holding heart. Okay, I'm not. If we start seeing these cards 3 times, that's when they start to be for us. But if you heard Lisa for what we already heard for Miranda, which is this is kind of focusing on masculine affection, how you received it from childhood, what that did to your inner voice, and then kind of going into what you would like it to be this week. Okay. All right, blossoming abundance for you, blossoming lotus. It's like, I see you with that blossoming. Here you go. You're going to have some abundance this week. So abundance doesn't necessarily mean that it's about money. It could be just about anything in the right proportions. Okay. All right. And here's Miss Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca, you got man holding coin. Okay, so this is your relationship with men and money. Okay, and whether it be that there's a man holding some sort of story for you about what you're capable of financially, or if there's a man that you were hoping will come and sweep you off your feet and pay your bills. Either way, this week, especially when we're doing that self-talk thing that we were talking about at the beginning, is kind of look at to be brave enough to look at your limitations of what the male figures in your life have taught you about finances. Kimberly, for you, focus on your anxiety or just the source of it. Anxiety can be too far forward. Okay. So worrying too far about the future and what's going to happen. So this week, it's kind of like to have courage to look at your own anxiety, get off your own case about it, and see what it's trying to tell you. All right. Kimberly, Aether, and Noah. Kimberly, Angel of Strength for you. You've got this. Okay. This card is just telling you that you've got backed up unseen helpers. The Angel of Strength's got your back this week. Aether, for you this week, you got Caring Connections. Now, this looks like a very romantic card, but it doesn't have to be romance. It can be somebody who you just hold hands with or hug or, just love to spend time with. But that would be a very important focus this week is the Caring Connections. Noah, you brought third time's the charm for a man holding a heart. So that means I'm going to crack the book out here and let's see what messages we all need to hear about this. Okay, this says male dealing with family, love, or emotions. Okay, so it is getting clarity about emotions and their purpose in your life. And it can also be about, I haven't been reading these cards in reverse, even though sometimes they're coming out just because the guides told me not to today. There is a reverse meaning for this, but the card upright signals the presence of a new man in your life, one who tends to be more thoughtful and aware. It doesn't have to be a love interest. It could be a friend. It could be someone who is a mentor, family, or whatever it can be. So affirmation is, I am comfortable with all my emotions. I honor and express them in appropriate ways, and I find peace. So that's for all of us this week. Noah, you especially, but everybody else as well. Tanya, you're going to focus on the yin and the yang, okay? The black and the white, the good and the bad. Can't throw the baby out with the bathwater sometimes. Sometimes you just want to put yourself in the position to accept everything as it is. And sometimes things are contrasting. Maybe don't even know why yet, okay? All right. Whoop. Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you got some strategy to do, okay? This week, focus, journal log, give yourself some notes on what your strategy might be. Plan ahead, but don't plan too far ahead. And particularly, the focus is on self this week and how you're going to get rid of those limiting beliefs. Matthew, you're all tied up in your head a little bit here. So see where you're tying yourself up, okay? And see where you're giving yourself too much stress because your mind is kind of trying to be perfect or trying to figure it all out. We try, right? We all try to figure it out. It just doesn't happen all the time. Janice, patience, especially with yourself this week. Okay, so everybody's being asked to see where you're being impatient with yourself, Janice. Where are you not giving yourself time? Janelle, you got man holding coin. Second time we've seen that. This is your relationship with money, physical world, and men, okay? Can be the person that you live with, but it also can be other things in regards to the material world and the mental space. and how you have been influenced by the masculine energy in that realm. Donnie, watch out for envy for you. Okay. So sometimes we can look at other people and say, why do you get to do that? And this is like, nope, this is not what it's called for. It's called to just be good, easy on yourself, understand your own journey and your own strength. Okay. All right. Christy, Kira, and Finn. Christy, walking away, some things that might need to be walked away from. Okay. So this week, focus on what it is that you need to walk away from. Let yourself do it. And notice that there was a gate in that picture. She's letting herself out of the gate. Kira, carrying connections for you. Again, this doesn't have to be romance. This can just be friends or people you want to snuggle with. It is snowing here in Colorado, so good time to snuggle up. But focus on carrying connections this week. Finn, you're going to work on rest and rejuvenation. All right, so give yourself some time to just go slower and rest. Courtney, focus on, okay, third time's the charm for this one, financial constraints. I'm going to read a little bit of the book just to give us a little bit more insight. But it says the difference between what you need and what you want. The card is telling you to take care of your needs and bide your time. Things are getting better, but now be willing to live conservatively. You will have enough money to have the things you want, just not maybe this week, okay? So this week, just focus on budget. That's for all of us, you guys. Money's energy. So if you don't have enough energy, you're just going to put yourself in deficit if you spend too much of it, okay? Same thing if you don't spend enough. Money likes to move. Heidi, you want to look into attachments, okay? See how she's got a little chain around her wrist and she's looking at a mask. She's wishing for something that's not there. Okay, so this week to check in, especially since we're doing that self-reflection this week, what is it that you are trying to hang on to that maybe is causing you not to be free? All right, okay, we got a whole watch party here, Robin. Robin, you are focusing on angel of balance. Okay, so everything in balance. And you saw those pyramids back there. There's some ancient Egyptian wisdom for you as well. Little balance of magic. Jordan, you're being asked to focus on victory. Second time we saw that for Rob. He got that as well. Victory, victory. So something can come to success for you, Jordan. But the important part is to celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Sometimes something comes the way we want it and we just keep going and we don't actually stop and go, oh, thank you. I did it. Austin, the sun for you, just the beginning of waking up, starting to see what you actually may want. New beginnings this week, okay? Sometimes new beginnings can feel scary, but they can also be really exciting and fun. Carrie, for you this week, you're going to focus on the magician in the mirror. So yourself as the magician and what kind of life you're creating for yourself and how to balance that. So it makes sense with the self-reflection, but also kind of give yourself the awareness of your own power. Hannah and Connor. Hannah, angel of love. All you have to do is focus on love this week. How easy is that? Just love, 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 love. Nothing else to do. Love yourself first, though. Connor, you've got rest and rejuvenation. Okay, so time to give yourself a little more rest, a little time to relax. Okay. A modern oracle, Laura, you are working on door to spirit. All right, so see, there's a little peace dove. You're learning some things about peace. You're learning some things about what spirit's doing in all of this. So this week, focus on that peaceful spirit. The peaceful spirit is always what wants to be in guidance. Sarah, you're going to focus this week on the world. Oh, it's just a small task. Just focus on the world. But a big picture is really what that means. Focus on the big picture. Focus on like the whole and not just some little problems here or there. Little problems that feel big, I know. Crystal, the thinking man. Get some clarity. He's holding his quartz. He's thinking. He's coming up with a solution for how things might get done. And he's clarifying his mind. So some physical clarifications in your mental space, okay? Maybe do set up some crystals to help you. Patience is third time's a charm on this one, you guys. So patience for yourself. All right, I'm going to get the book out since it's for all of us. Relax and let go of the single-minded desperation that's been driving you. Don't try to force your will on only one option. There's many things that could make you happy. Let go of the anxiety and be flexible. Choose peaceful in the present. There's more options than you're aware of. Okay, so just give yourself some patience this week, you guys. That's for everybody. Like, just for whatever you guys know how that to mean for you, let that be part of the focus, along with our financial constraints and our emotional balance. Sam, you are working on mending some broken heart stuff. Okay, and this is very much because it's a self-focus week. You're going to work on, really putting yourself in alignment with that reflection of, like, if you've broken your own heart, if you've abandoned yourself. Okay, Carly, you're going to be focusing on third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, boundaries, mindfulness, giving yourself a lot of awareness to the fact that you can be gentle but still have boundaries. You can say who you really are and not have to apologize or defend it. Okay, so focusing on that in combination with the other cards that we've seen, you're going to be working on yourself as a singular. Okay, Isabella, indecision. Okay, so this week may not be a week to make decisions, but you might be really self-doubt, second guessing. That might be coming up. So just give yourself awareness that might be a thing that's going on, and it's something to just give yourself a little space to recognize this week. Maybe make the decision next week if you can. Connor, big picture for you too. Okay, so noticing that there's, again, you're being asked to zoom out on your life, zoom out on the world you live in. There isn't a singular answer. We are a very diverse, conscious creation space. There's lots of ways we can see this. Zoom out this week for you. Sarah, it's an action week for you, okay? So black and white, yin and yang. Action can also mean trimming things out of your life to make room for the next thing. I really am getting that this week, that some of you could be using a little clean out of stuff that's taking up the spaces so you can have for the next thing. Patty, oh, okay, third time's a charm. I shuffled you guys. They'll do this when we're, really wanting us to get the message, okay? So here we go. Besides having patience, emotional flexibility, and some financial awareness, we are also going to be working as a collective on being on the right track, but determined efforts must increase. So we're being patient, but we're putting effort in. We are not spending money, but we are putting effort in. We are the inner spirit of ourselves. So we continue to take action on our own intuition, and we be patient and kind to ourselves while we do it. Okay. That's the theme. Kalina, angel strength for you too. So angel strength is letting you know right there, right behind you, you got this. Okay, Ian and Noah. Ian, you've got door to personal healing and happiness. There's a little peaceful dove there too. So keep focusing on your own personal peaceful and happiness and what that means, and then share it with those around you as you get to know it better. Okay, Noah, you've got fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, speaking up. Okay, use your voice this week. This week would be a week. Voice can be gentle, but still firm. Okay, so firm and gentle communication this week for you. Hillary, Archangel Raphael, heart chakra opening up for you. So if you picked it at the beginning, it's doubling down and saying, open your heart up and use it, protect it. It's one of your best features, is how to be a loving human. So just don't give it away to just anybody, but do make sure you give it away to those who've earned it. Maria, you're on a temple path this week. Okay, so to pay attention to where you're headed. It's a sacred journey, especially a sacred journey back to self. Okay. All right. We got Andrea, the thinking woman. Okay. So you got some things to look, research, read, think about, a little bit going inward, and reminding yourself that you can always learn something new, especially in regards to yourself. All right. Kay, I got Hillary because she just was up above you. We'll get you in, Charlie. Okay, Kay? Blossoming abundance. Okay, so this week, focusing on everything that feels abundance. Okay, sometimes even when you're feeling fairly constrained, it's like, oh, I have an abundance of, immune fighting cells. I have an abundance of, helpers. I have an abundance of whatever it is. Just kind of notice that abundance doesn't always mean finances. And Charlie, you're going to work on your emotions this week. So the man holding heart. Okay. So this is very much the men in your life holding and supporting you and allowing yourself to be emotionally supported by those men and leaning into those men that can emotionally support you and are available to you. Okay. Natalie. Oh, I shuffled. But now it threw itself on the floor. Probably because it's like, okay, here you go. Emotional connection, okay? And giving yourself that space to really notice how masculine energy has been influencing your emotions and how you can maybe get yourself back into alignment, okay? Sarah, we're going to do your friend Tara now. All right, here we go. Healer of the ages. All right. So this is like really focusing on almost just like how far back your ancestors go. I mean, this is kind of Day of the Dead type time. This is like paying attention to really like how wise we have had to have been to survive this long, and trust that wisdom is in you as well. And maybe even do something a little magical. Joe, you got woman holding heart. So we're all getting man holding heart. Well, you got to work on man and the woman. So your mom too, or your just how women have influenced who you thought you had to be in order to receive love. Okay. So this week is very much a self-reflection week, you guys. So keep yourselves in alignment with just checking in with yourself. Go easy because there's a high potential you're not going to. Ashley. Okay, dang, you guys, they are doubling down. Emotional support, masculine energy. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater on this, you guys. There's a lot of hatred towards masculine energy and the patriarchy and all of those things. But we really do appreciate masculine energy and masculine emotional availability. So, all right. Karen, you got 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, really working on that crown. Inner truth, higher truth. There's more to your soul than meets the eye. Why are you here right now? Why are you here? And what can you do to make more space for that purpose? Bahar, be careful of envy. This week is a week where you might be contrasting and thinking somebody else has it better off than you do. We all have our stuff, so just be on the lookout, okay? Kayla, all tied up, 3rd time's a charm. Okay, so another one for all of us, you guys. So let's look into it. Here we go. The affirmation of all tied up is, I release stuck energy, old habits, and restrictions. My life is opening up and I'm free to choose my reality. Okay, so it's technically not the stuff that's happening outside you that's tying you up. Okay, you are your own jailer is what this is saying. You and you think about it, that's what the other cards are saying too. We've been saying, like, we have to have the courage to see how we've been holding ourselves back. It's time to cut those things out. It says it's time for serious change regarding your mind. Okay, so being patient, budgeting a little better with your time and energy, all of that. Okay, all right, Cynthia. Walking away. Okay, so coming out the gates, seeing how there's things that you could let go of that are no longer serving you or have never served you, and you just thought that you would. So, Crystal, this is the Energy Oracle cards from Sandra Ann Taylor. I might have them in stock. I don't know. If I don't, I can get them. Cameron, yours literally just flew off. Maybe that card was actually for Crystal. Crystal, I think this card was for you. You're not going to believe it, guys. You're not going to believe what this card is. Man holding heart. He just wants to play all day. Look at him. Emotional focus. Okay, Cameron, we're coming to you next. Cameron, you are going to focus on the Angel of Strength, which is the 3rd time we've seen that one as well. Okay, so the universe has your back. Okay, here's the affirmation. Deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have all the power I need to achieve what I want. Call upon this wonderful angel and your own inner resourcefulness to bring you to the focus and resolve to do what is necessary in order to make your dreams a reality. This week is a big self-reflection. See how you're making your dreams come true. That's why we needed the doomer to write. Doomer to write. I'm just, all right, Cameron, you got those dreams. Get them going. All right. I got one more, and then we're going to be good for today. Linda. Third time's a charm on this one, you guys. Okay, goodness. We got a whole lot of big messages for all of us. Caring connections. 14. Okay, so let me look it up real fast. It says, I open my heart and my life to truly caring connections. I feel the ideal friend and partner is coming to me now. It says, when this card appears, be on the lookout for new connections presenting themselves. The relationships you already share are becoming more purposeful or present, opportunities for deeper bonds. Okay, so deeper bonds, patience with your finances, be brave enough to look at yourself and your emotions, and go be amazing.